Morning. So, today, there's an interesting study that came out. Well, not study, I guess it was a report from Nielson, and that's what we're going to talk about is the shifting ratio of listeners from radio or from TV to radio and vice versa and all that fun stuff. Kind of outside today. This is the Back Bay at Newport, and apologies because there are going to be planes taking off all the time, like right now. In fact, there they go. Little private jet going over. Whoever that is, have a good flight. So Nielson came out with this study talking about the ratio of listeners and viewers from radio and TV. And Inside Radio picked up on it and talked about it. And the short story is that your typical AM/FM radio is starting to gain on audience compared to TV, live TV. And they're saying they're looking at that key 18 to 49 range of viewers and listeners. And let's see, they were saying that AM and FM's weekly reach at that age range is 82% compared to TV at 57%. It appears that half of everybody that they surveyed now says that streaming has taken over their traditional TV viewing. Streaming like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all those different streaming platforms now are now half of United States viewers compared to, what they say, 37% in 2018. So in 4 years, streaming has really taken over. And what does that mean for radio? What does that mean for broadcast engineers? Well, I'm glad you asked. So that means that we have to be flexible. We have to be ready to help generate that content just like you're watching right now. This is streaming. This is not live. And you're watching streaming content. So we have to, as an industry, pivot to be able to... more clouds. We have to be able to pivot and... Now we're playing pivot and generate this streaming content and expand what we're thinking about into these new platforms and new ways of consuming media. Now, for a broadcast engineer and for a technical person, kind of like you and me, because you're really not here for the beautiful scenery. Well, you might be, and I appreciate it. I mean, this is beautiful scenery. But for a techie person like you and me, we need to be able to pivot from the traditional thought process of a studio to a transmitter site on top of a mountain to an antenna, and out live, to how can we create content like this that is being viewed on demand? Because that's really where it is today, on demand. I want to watch the content that I want to watch when it's convenient for me. Radio's still fine. Radio's still great, especially for live content. Nothing beats that. Plus, what do you really need for a radio? If there's a disaster. Okay, yes, radio likes to play up the disaster preparedness aspect of it, and sure, nothing beats it. But live content, that is really where radio succeeds and can shine. If radio can't do that, if radio can't focus on what makes it successful, radio's going to go away, or it's going to be much less influential in the future. So, radio can take all this recorded content that it does and create new recorded content that's available on demand, podcasts, YouTube, whatever. But as long as it focuses its on-air side, with the live, then that is where you are going to probably have some success. So again, back to what does it mean for a techie? We need to be up to date on what are the new streaming technologies, cameras, mics, recording, platforms that can distribute our content. All those different things are really, really important for us to learn about, to know about, be pretty much an expert on. And for the older part of our broadcast audience, broadcast engineering audience, we have to be willing to make that step of including those younger techie people, like what happened to myself, and bring them along to understand that traditional technical aspect, but also in the opposite direction to learn from them all this new digital stuff, because there is going to come a time for this blending, and that is where we're going to be successful in the next 10, 20, 30 years. Okay, that's my little diatribe. I'm going to keep going on my walk out here on the back bay. Starting to get a little on the warm side, but still very beautiful. All right. If you appreciated this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. Normally, I'm not pontificating about the future of radio. And I think, so today is a Wednesday that I'm recording this. Friday, I think we're going to try and get up to a site. And there's probably going to be some snow. So that could be exciting. All right, we'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay warm if you're in a cold area, and we'll see you next time.